Oh, okay, analyzing drill holes. So I have a separate video called Analyzing Drill Holes. It's 20 minutes long that goes over each of these slides. But I will pause a little bit here so you can actually pause your video and read these if you want to. I'm not going to go over them now, but you can read them yourself, pause and read them. And but then you can watch the 20-minute how to analyze drill holes where I go over each of these slides. Um, there's 6 slides and 20 minutes, so it's about 3 minutes per slide. Um, and this is the last slide here. And then I have a reference chart on the next slide. Nope, I'm sorry, this is the 6th one. I have one more slide, and the final slide is the reference chart. And the reference chart, here it is. This reference chart is not on. I created this reference chart after I did the video. Somebody told me to create the reference chart. So we will go over the reference chart here. And this reference chart encapsulates the other 6 charts. Basically, everything on the 6 charts is encapsulated in this reference chart. So this reference chart is very, very nice. So when you do a drill hole, it really comprises 2 data points. The first one is your grams per ton times your width. So you multiply these up. So let's say that we have a grams per ton of 5, and then we have a width of 10. So you multiply those, you get 50. So that would be a good drill hole. But you also, so we had a grams per ton of 5. So we come down here and we look at, let's say it was an underground mine and it was 5. So we come here, it's basically, it's in the marginal and good. I would put it in the good, 5 to 10. So this is 425, so 4 to 5. So it's kind of, maybe I should have put 6 to 10 in the good. So you have to look at both data points. You have to look at the multiply these out, find out if it's really good, excellent, stellar, and then you have to look in here and see if it is it in the good and the high grade. So these are the grades right here, very low. These are, so for instance, gold underground, very low grade is 2 to 3 grams. Gold surface is zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5. And then the same as silver grade, underground and surface is basically the same. There's not a lot of difference as far as very low, high, because we tend to find most of your high grade underground um, is, is very high, 240, but you find a lot of surface gold and underground basically the same. That's why there's not a big, there's not enough difference to really create a separate values. Um, Now, the one thing that I want to talk about, this chart and these values are kind of a simple way to do it, but it works. They're a good rule of thumbs. And they help you. The one thing that they help you a lot of is these low grades, very low grades. Okay, it's not great, right? And then the other thing that helps you is if it's not a good drill hole. The one thing I don't have on here is marginal. So I probably could have had another row for marginal, and marginal would be say 35 to 50, and then marginal here would be like 350 to 500. And then anything below those would be bad. It's just a bad drill hole. So you can imagine, okay, this is good. If it's good, then, kind of close to good would be marginal, right? So you can kind of go up to 35 or 350 would be kind of marginal. Anything below that, pretty bad drill hole, right? So I don't have the marginal in here, so I need to kind of explain that. And then stellar, we see a lot of stellar silver mining stocks, but you never see a company mine 5,000 grams per ton. I mean, I think 800 grams per ton is about as high as you see anybody. I've never seen anybody mine 1,000 grams. So even if they have a stellar drill hole, the average is going to be less than 1,000. So if somebody says so if you see a stellar hole at like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, I just round it back down to 5,000, because anything above 5,000 you can round back to 5,000, because nobody mines 5,000. Like I said, 800, 900 grams per ton is about as high as you see. In the past, historically they did, but there isn't any more mines that are like that, are like pure gold, pure silver, if you will. And so and I think that pretty much covers this whole analysis chart. But this chart will be as a reference, or as a rule of thumb. It'll be very valuable for you. Really, really useful.